Hey, everybody, and welcome to Premium Time with John Darr. I am not John Darr. I am Charlie Delatorre, usually your co-host, but today, as you can see next to me, we have a floating box. This is actually not a real picture. It looks like it's actually in the chair. Elio, well done. John is not in studio. He's actually traveling back from something, which we're going to find out in a little bit, and I hope we have him on the line. John, are you on?
I am here. I can't wait for today's show. How big and fat is my head looking on the screen?
Bro, I mean, well, it's about the same size as mine, I think. I don't know. He shrunk the picture down a little bit, so your head doesn't look that bad.
Yeah, he must have shrunk the picture because my head is a lot larger than your head, for sure.
So if we want to give some Fiesta Media a little bit of love early in the show, this is one of those moments where we had a very typical, what I guess we'll call a Charlie and or John moment, where it's one of those things where he's like, I'm never going to make it back. How are we going to do this? And Elio jumps through major hoops to make it happen. So where not only is John on the line, but there's actually a picture of him sitting next to me in the chair. So well done, Elio. Thanks, buddy.
Elio is the man. I want to second that shout out to Elio because little does the viewing audience know how on the fly this is, and he hammered it like last minute.
He did. What's funny is that, so you guys don't know, but like there's a group thread between Elio and John and I where we talk about ideas for the show and things that are going to happen and what's going on in the week, and sort of this whole thing about him not being able to make it back in town quite in time for the show came up earlier today when he found out he's going to be a little late, and I said, so I guess I'm flying solo, and Elio got all upset. He's like, well, I'm on the show with you. I can help you do it. And yet, week after week, I ask him questions and he just sits in radio silence. So, like, what did you expect me to do, Elio? I thought I was going to be by myself. What happened?
We'll make it happen.
Suddenly his microphone works. This is great. Well, Johnny, talk to us about where you are and what's happening, man.
First, I got a new nickname for Elio. My new nickname for Elio is Captain Piedra.
I saw him I saw him on the boat this weekend.
He chartered a pontoon boat and he took his family out after never driving a boat before in his life.
Pretty good.
You, my friend, your new nickname is Captain Piedra.
How was that, by the way, Elio? Jump back on the mic, man. How was that for you guys?
Oh, it was great. Thank you, John, for the shout out. Thank you for actually the encouragement. You and Della say, hey, just do it. I guess the only crazy Cuban that rent a boat and never have clue how to drive it.
Usually those. There's an immigrant joke in there somewhere about the boat, but I'm not going there. Okay, so that's awesome.
No, I was proud of him. Yeah. So the big news. Yeah. So the reason why I'm not there in person today was my daughter. I have twins, one of which is sitting right here with me in the car. Courtney Darr is here in the car, and
what's up, Premium Time?
I'm excited to have her on the first time on the show. So she's going to chime in, I'm sure, with some comments about her dad's podcast. But anyway, the reason I'm not there was I had to go down to my other daughter, Lindsay, lives down in Boca Raton and goes to FAU, and we had to move her apartment from her old apartment to a new apartment, obviously. And so we were doing that, and while we're doing this, she had signed up to take the life and health insurance state licensing course, and she was scheduled to take the test today at 12 o'clock. And as I was down there this weekend, I said, how's it going? Are you studying or whatever? And she said, Dad, I'm studying, but, she's moving. She's got a million things going on. So I said, all right, well, let me stay and help you study for the test, because I've been an agent for 28 years. I know a little bit of something. So we're studying for the test. Well, I'm proud to announce that she took the test today at 12 o'clock, and she passed.
Yay!
Yay! Congratulations!
All right, Lindsay. Nice.
So Lindsay is now a fully licensed life and health insurance agent and you will be hearing me promote that a lot.
Yeah. Hey, remember, I am a daddy, bro. I am very, very emotional about it.
Yeah, that's great, man. That's fantastic. Wait, does this mean that she's taken over the Darr Checkout empire?
She is absolutely taking over today. By the end of this show, she will take over the entire Darr
the whole thing.
Charlie, she would not agree with that.
I know, no doubt. That's why I asked that question. There's no way.
So her daughter is with John?
Yeah, Courtney's in the car, right?
No,
Courtney,
her twin. Yes, her twin is with me in the car. So she is actually going to take the class at the end of this month. She just got done passing financial accounting at the University of Florida, and I was proud of her too. But
Courtney, let me tell you a story about my last semester at UF. Okay, I am finishing. I have a degree in business and a degree in political science. I need 2 credit hours in order to graduate, so I take a 3 credit hour finance class just because I was like, why not? And my first test, I got an 18 on it. So I had to drop that class. I had to drop that class, which puts me under my graduation requirement. I had to go beg my one of my teachers, for like an independent study in order to graduate from UF. Thank you very much, finance class. There you go. Love it.
yeah,
That was not fun. It was not fun at all.
No.
brutally hard.
Yeah, no, none of those are fun. Also, Elio, do you get the feeling? Obviously, Courtney can't answer this because she's currently, in a hostage situation with John. But do you get the feeling that both of these children are required to take this class and pass it as some sort of like, if you would like to continue to get aid from the family, you must take this exam?
Yeah,
Courtney can't answer. She can't say anything about this. And Lindsay, obviously, if she's, if she could answer, I wonder what they would say. Would they? It's almost like you got to ask her to, like, if we could see her, it'd be like blink twice or
actually.
Okay, I feel like I have a good answer though.
Okay. Oh.
You got an answer.
All right.
So it's not really like you'll be cut off. It's just more of like you have to have a job. You have to contribute in some way.
Oh.
So if you want to work retail and like do all that sort of fun, really exciting work every holiday and weekend, or you want to like call dad and like help him do his insurance, whatever. So like, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of was our choice, but the whole being cut off is not far from the truth.
What I'm hearing is a responsible choice made as good parents say, you got to find a way to contribute in life. And so this is your choice. Which one do you want to do? Is that what you're saying, Courtney?
Exactly.
Right.
Absolutely. Yeah, CD. So we're in sales, brother.
I heard, dude. There's a serious sales job going on right there, dude. I love it. I love every minute of it. She's not only did she hear it, she believes it and is saying it back to other people. That's impressive, dude.
I got some John Darr in me. I'm not gonna lie. I got a little John Darr.
All right, don't say that out loud because your mom will get upset about that. We want a lot more of Holly in you than you do of Johnny. So,
Poor thing.
well, buddy,
Amen to that.
congratulations, dude. That is fantastic news. And Courtney, good luck with yours when it's coming up.
Thank you.
I'm so excited. Yes, I'm so proud for sure. She had a listen to this. While she's taking the test, right? They're doing a renovation job on the apartment next to her, where they're jackhammering tile up from the floor. So literally, I'm in this apartment listening to them jackhammer the floor while she's taking the test. I'm like, oh my Lord, I don't know that I could have passed that thing.
Wow.
That.
Yeah, no doubt.
It was crazy, but anyway, so she passed, and it's on to exciting, bigger, and better things for her.
Well, that's great. That's awesome. Well, as is in typical fashion for our show, let's talk a little bit about what day of the week it is, right? So it is Tuesday, July 13th, and sometimes, Courtney, your dad brings in food for whatever day of the week it might be. I'm a little pissed because today is National French Fry Day, dude. Man, and there are no French fries here. It's also National Cow Appreciation Day, National International Rock Day, Bubblegum Day, and my personal favorite, and this is literally what Elio just did, is Embrace Your Geekness Day. International Embrace Your Geekness Day.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
That's awesome.
That's great. That's great. So, awesome. Dude, before we go any further, let me just jump in and say thank you to both you and Elio for participating in last week's Our Town Favorite Award show that we did live on Facebook. As of this morning, we've had over 5,000 views of that live show. For those of you who didn't see, this is the celebration of all of the winners for the 2021 Our Town Favorite Awards, where we had over 28,000 votes in about 250 different categories of area businesses, people, and places that make our area unique and fantastic. And John and Elio were nice enough to be co-hosts on the show and announce the winners in particular sections. So you guys did such a great job. I want to take a moment to say thank you to both of you guys. Thank you, buddy.
Hey, you're welcome. You're welcome. I have something to mention though. I want to give a shout out to Schneider Insurance, who actually won the favorite insurance agency. Yeah. And I also want to, for the record, say that I thought for sure that thing was rigged for me to win. But obviously it is not rigged. It very much surprised me. I thought for sure I could rig that thing and make certain that I would be the winner.
You know what? This is one of those moments where I hate the fact that I have integrity in some way, because it's one of those moments where you have a room full of your buddies and you look around and you're like, well, they didn't win, and they didn't win, and they didn't win.
None of us won.
Well, it's not up to me, and it's not rigged. It is truly a Community Choice Award program, so I will take that as a compliment as much as I
want my $20 back.
Hey, I fed you Crown all night long, so you got what you got, all right?
By the way, now, John, now you see why I didn't compete, see? Because I knew that we were meant to be the host.
Yeah, you were meant to. That's right. You were meant to be the host. Yeah,
it's actually a legitimate thing. I was so surprised.
I know. I hate it because I would love to give it to my friends, and it's hard because I don't look at the winners. This is something this is our second year doing it, and I get the data from this company that we use that does all the voting platform, and I send it directly to our writer. I don't even look at it because I don't want to know, because I just don't want to be put in a position where you, who are a longtime friend of mine, says, hey, and you wouldn't do this, but somebody says, hey, did I win or did I not? And I don't want to know. And so I don't even look.
Next year I'm giving you $50.
Well, $50 now. I mean, that I might take. So I asked all these people to participate as a host in the show. You and Della and Lisa from Celebrate Primary Caring, and Kara, who has a podcast, and then all these categories, and then about a week before the show starts, I get the file back, and then I send it over to Short Media Group to start producing the slides for us, and I start realizing, oh man, they didn't win, and they didn't win. And I was like,
they didn't win.
Oy.
They didn't win.
However, what matters is that you were nominated as a finalist. All right, there was over 3,800 businesses, people, and places were nominated. So to be a finalist in one of the three finalists in each category is a huge accomplishment. So congratulations to you, and yes, congratulations to Schneider and Associates who happen to win that particular category.
Next year, I'm voting 10,000 times.
That's great. That's what we're hoping for.
The whole month of May or June, whatever it is, the whole month, I am taking the month off.
I got it.
I'm just going to.
John, I got it, John, for you. Next time, we're going to wait until football season, and every single person that is entering the stadium, hey, vote for John.
That's right.
Vote for John.
Yep.
Vote for the mayor. I love it. Well, we did successfully get Brian Kramer elected. Lord knows we can get some votes for somebody if we tried. So it is within your power to win. That is for sure.
When we we try for sure. I didn't win the bourbon thing. I didn't win the insurance agency thing. I'm developing a complex.
Well, you're still my favorite. How's that, buddy? All right.
Oh, thanks.
I'm not sure what that counts for, but you're still my favorite.
You're right. That's right.
Well, anyways, thanks again for you and Elio. I really appreciate you guys participating in that event. It was a huge hit. I think everybody had a great time. I think maybe a few of the hosts had a little more fun than others. I don't really. The names will go nameless. I guess you'll have to watch the show to find out. But an hour in the green room by yourself is a long time, apparently. So I think we had a great show and it was a lot of fun. And I'm looking forward to doing something like that again next year. Hopefully you'll come back if I ask you to.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'm coming back, but I'm going to be voting a lot more. Next
Perfect.
Year.
That's great. That's great. Johnny, you're down in Boca. A hurricane just came through. What kind of insurance tip you want to talk about today? What's on your mind?
Well, I think the biggest thing right now with insurance is I continue to suggest to people to work with an agency, and obviously I'd love for folks to work with Darr and that sort of thing. But Schneider's, I know the Schneider folks, they're good folks, good people, and all that kind of stuff. But just work with an agent. I mean, the market right now is just so difficult. It's so hard, and carriers are making it harder and harder to deal with. Whether it be the age of the home or just anything. I just encourage people, or my tip is to try to work with an agent that has some experience and knows what they're doing, because it's just so valuable right now. It's not just a call an 800 number or go to a website. It's just you can get in trouble with what is probably most people's largest asset. So my only tip today is to continue to try to work with an agency, an independent agent, if possible.
I think that's out of all the things we've talked about over the last 6 months in terms of insurance stuff, that seems to me to be one of the most powerful things we've talked about, mainly because I think we tend to commoditize insurance. It's wherever I can get the cheapest car insurance, or wherever I can get the least expensive homeowner's insurance, or wherever I can get this, because we see it as all being the same, right? It's like going to McDonald's and getting the same French fries, just in different. Hey, it's National French Fry Day. See what I did there? You like that? But you go to. That's a segue right there, dude. It's like I'm a pro at this. But it's like you go, you go from one McDonald's to the next. They do that on purpose so that you get the exact same product, hopefully no matter where you are. That's not the case in insurance. And I think as rates go up, we tend to, as a consumer behavior, right, we tend to start looking for more and more options because we're tighter, right? The budget might be tighter. And so the last thing you want to do is cut an agent out of the middle of that, because who are you going to call when something happens like that, right?
Absolutely. I had a call just yesterday. A guy had a tree on his house, and he's like, "What do I do? What do I?
Right.
How do I deal with this? What's the next step?" And and I work with him on how to get the contractor out there, and he's got to go in the right direction. But he called me and told me, he's like, "Man, I'm so glad I could call you or your team, because I would have no idea what to do or who to call or any of that kind of stuff." And he says, I never think about that when I'm buying the insurance. I just buy insurance, and sometimes people get the cheapest thing they can get, and it's just it doesn't make any sense. The good part is an agent doesn't really cost you anything. We work for free. We get paid by the insurance company.
Say that again, because I think there is a conception, like a belief out there that using an insurance agent is going to cost me more money as a consumer.
Yeah, it's the same price. So we don't. There's no fee that the consumer isn't allowed to pay us a fee. So what we try to do is we work with many different companies, and sometimes these companies pay us different commission rates even. So it doesn't. For me, I've been in the business 28 years, and I can honestly say I really don't have any clue as to what the specific commission is for the different carriers that we represent. I know about what it is, but there's been many times when I recommend a policy or and I've taught my people to recommend a policy that is good for the consumer. Don't worry about what it pays us as an agency, because we'll get paid one way or the other. We'll make plenty of money. But if you have a client that you advise and make sure that, you know, they have the right product and all that, that's what matters, because they'll keep coming back to you year after year. We don't make that much in each year, but we make enough over the lifetime of a customer to make it worthwhile. So if you sell them a bill of goods or some policy that's not going to work for them, they're going to go somewhere else, and that's not really the motto or the idea behind the agency is not to do that. I've been in the business 28 years, and I hope to be in the business another 28 years. But now that my daughter's licensed, maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought we already gave up on that like 16 minutes ago when we gave the entire business to Courtney and Lindsay.
That's right. Yes. Exactly.
I will. Look, one more thing I'll ask as it relates to that. Sorry, we're on this topic, but it interests me because it's something that I think we all have as a consumer behavior, right? As something that we all have to do. But if I get a notification from my insurance company, from you, that says my homeowner's insurance is higher or my car insurance is going up in the next round, absolutely call and ask for help, right?
Absolutely. Yes. Call us, and we're getting a lot of that right now because rates are going up. So yes, my folks are amazing. They're great people. They do a great job, but right now they are completely swamped with that situation. You know, rates are going up 10, 20, 30, 40% sometimes. So what we do is we go back to the drawing board and say, okay, let's go find, see what's out there, see what else is out there, and make sure that, that consumer is getting the best deal possible for similar coverages, or look at higher deductibles. Even on the maybe we don't change plans or change carriers, but we change the deductible or change some coverage that's on there that they don't need anymore, whatever. Or, maybe you built that she shed or something that we do need to get coverage for. So yes. So call us. We encourage folks to call us whenever you have a question or get anything in the mail that looks, that you don't understand or whatever. We encourage people to call us for anything. I've had people call me for all kinds of stuff, not insurance related, but that's okay. That's fine.
That is the truth. Listen, I've been every time I'm with you, somebody calls and says something to you like, "Hey, I had a tree fall. What do I do?" And you're like, "Okay, here's what you got to do." So like, you're right. People do that all the time. Also, I have a funny story about the she shed in a minute. Elio, did you have a question? You said you wanted to ask?
Yeah, I have a question for John because
hold on, I can't hear you yet.
Can you hear me?
No.
You can hear me?
I can hear him.
Oh, can you? Okay. Well, John can hear you. That's all that matters.
Yeah. So basically, I wanted to ask John because we have some flooding on Turkey Creek, and I mean we were good, we were fine, but some neighbors, they were devastated. So John, if someone is not on their any policy with your insurance company, so I know this is probably. It's going to be like a stupid question or whatever, but just in case anybody else is thinking about the same thing. How can you help someone that is not with you as a client if they already been devastated with rain or any other type of storm? How can you help?
It's a great question because I do that all the time. And I have people that call me that go, "Hey, I know I'm not your client, but I need advice or I need help or I need, what should I do?" That kind of thing. I don't mind taking those calls at all because you know what? Insurance is one of those products that you're going to have to buy again next year and the year after that and the year after that. So if I can help you, whether you're my client or not my client, if I can help you, I bet that when that policy comes due in the next year or two, that you might call me and go, "You know what, John, you helped me when I wasn't your client. I would think you're going to help me when I am your client." So we have lots of people that will call, down the road and say, "Hey, I want to switch my insurance to you just because you're so helpful." So yes, even if I'm not your client, feel free to call me. I'll be glad to try to help you. I have a lot of relationships with contractors in town that can help, dry things out or rebuild things or repair things. And I'm we had one on the show. R&R Construction is a
Yep.
good friend of mine. He does a lot of renovation, remodeling, drying out, that kind of stuff. So, you want to. This is your home. It's like I said. It's probably your largest investment. So you want to get contractors and people in there that you can trust to take care of your investment and get you back to where you were before. And I'll be glad to try to help people, even if they don't have flooding. If they have a question about a policy or whatever, I'll be glad to help anytime.
Oh man, it's Screwtown Hill.
Hey, Johnny, so great answer to that question. People who are worried about flood insurance, are the companies writing again now in our area if you've not sustained any damage? Is that reopened?
Yeah. So if you're, I swear we go through this every year.
I know. That's why I'm asking. If you get a little nervous and now that it's over, can you go all in and get a flood insurance?
Yes. Regardless of whether you're in a high-risk zone or a low-risk zone, everybody that's listening to this show, which we know is thousands and thousands of people, everybody listening is in a flood zone. Every single person that's listening is in a flood zone of some sort. Now, they may be in a low-risk zone, or obviously they may be in a high-risk zone, but they're in a zone that it could flood. At some point it could flood. So anybody that has a question on what flood insurance would cost, feel free to give my office a call. We'll be glad to run a flood insurance quote. Now there's private flood insurance and there's flood insurance program that's administered by FEMA. So the National Flood Insurance Program. So we can show you both and pick out which deal is a better deal. So
Awesome. Great. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that. Hey, Elio, before we go too much further, let's get into the live music bumper. Could we please? All right. So that was some good insurance talk. Thanks, Johnny, for doing that while you're driving up. Quickly, we'll talk a little bit about live music update here in town. I want to make you guys aware of this awesome concert. Actually, it's going to happen at the High Dive this weekend. Johnny, I don't know if you know about this or not, or Elio if you do, but if you're a Tom Petty fan, there's a band coming through town called the Tom Petty Experience. They're playing at High Dive on Saturday night at 10 o'clock. Or 10:30, 10 or 10:30, I think. Tickets are $10 in advance if you go to the High Dive website, or you can buy them at the door, I believe, for a little bit more of a premium number. And the best part of this is that Whiskey Jones is opening for the Tom Petty Experience at High Dive.
Yeah, baby.
So you can buy your tickets online and come downtown and check us out for an hour before the show. We go on. I think at 9 o'clock. We'll play from 9 to 10, and then the Petty Experience comes on at 10:30. So check us out. Come out and see us this weekend. We played this past Saturday at Great Outdoors, and our buddy Daryl Timberlake was there, and this is where I was going to talk about the She Shed. He tells me this giant plan to build an enormous shed thing at the end of his like area out there at his hunting place. And so if that guy hasn't called you for insurance yet, I have a lead for you. I'd like to give you his name and number.
Already covered, yes.
Awesome.
Already covered.
He tells me this whole thing, and then his wife, Lee, tells me all the plans that she has for it. And I was like, wait a minute, so you're building a she shed? And he's like, yeah, actually, pretty much. That's what I'm doing.
Dude, yeah, that thing is gonna be the bomb, and we need definitely Whiskey out there to break that sucker in when he gets that thing done. Hey,
we are working on that. Okay.
I got a tip for you.
Tell me.
This weekend, don't play any Tom Petty songs before.
No, we're not going to do that. What's funny is that we practiced last night, and that was one of the jokes we made, of course, was how many Petty songs are we going to play before the Tom Petty Experience plays? We're not playing any. We're not doing any. We're going to stick to our rock and roll roots and do a little some Black Crowes, some Allman Brothers, maybe some Marshall Tucker, some Southern rock stuff. So check us out if you're in town. Courtney and Lindsay, make sure, Courtney especially because you're in the car, and tell your sister, do me a favor and try to keep your dad cool. It is a full-time job. I try my best. It is very difficult. He is a big dork. So whatever you can do to help cool him up a little bit, that'd be great.
Thanks for everything you do.
Oh,
It's hard.
it is tough. You're not alone, is what I want you to know. Okay, you're not alone in this. We're here to help.
Thanks.
All right, Johnny, thanks for calling in, buddy. And Elio, thanks for doing this with us today. Obviously, a big shout out to the Fiesta Media for all that they do. Thank you very much. Johnny, any parting words?
No, thanks for covering for me. You're the best. You are the best. And Elio is the best.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate
You guys drive safely, and thanks again. We'll see you next week on Premium Time with John Darr.
Thank
I'm Charlie
you.
Delatorre. See you later.